Hello again, everybody. It's Marco here. I'm still in the FCC. Just got a question coming in from Jane. Thanks very much for the question, Jane. Jane's asking if we come across animals in the bush, youngsters that have lost their parents, if a baby loses its mother, what exactly is the park's policy with dealing with that situation like that? Do we leave it or do we care for it? How much do we interfere? I believe Peter did touch up on that not too long ago, just with regards to the amount of interference that we have out in the area. In a situation like that, Jane, generally we don't interfere, like we've said before, unless it's a man-made situation. We try not to interfere. However, there are situations where we will get involved with regards to endangered animals. You generally tend to find, obviously because of the status of the animal, there might be some interference if a endangered or threatened species has lost its mother. Obviously very important to keep the species number up. But yeah, thanks very much for the question. Another question coming in from Laura in Ireland, asking why these male buffalo are alone down at the waterhole. Laura, you generally tend to find that a lot of these males, which we call dugga boys, dugga being the local Shangaan term for mud, and getting their name because they lose a lot of their body hair and get a bit sensitive to the sun and to parasites, so they roll around in the mud. You can see these guys are doing down here at the moment. But a lot of the males you'll find out here are generally quite old, and these old males aren't too keen to follow the big herds. Just remember that a large herd of buffalo, 500, 600, 700 and up, they have to cover huge amounts of land to actually get enough food for the whole herd to survive and to feed. And to maintain themselves. So in a situation like that, the herd has to move large distances, and these old dugga boys can't really be bothered to travel around large distances like that. So they tend to get in the small little bachelor herds, small little herds of males, and they'll stick around in areas where there's good grazing and water nearby. That way they don't have to move around too much. They do know that because of the areas that they've selected, the females and the large herds will move through those areas at some point, so they're bound to jump on board and move along with those herds for a short period of time, have a look inside the core of the herd if there's any receptive females, and that way they can actually breed and reproduce with the females. So that's the main reason why they don't or they move around by themselves. It's pretty much just a couple of old guys who just can't really be bothered to move too far anymore. So I hope that answers your question, but thanks for sending them in, and keep the questions coming in, guys. We really appreciate them. Just going to head back to these dugga boys for a while, and I believe Rexon and Herman are almost ready. So speak to you soon, and enjoy.